Introduction. Hello everyone, welcome back to Amarsikasha. Today, we are exploring Deep Work by Cal Newport, a book about concentration, productivity, and the ability to produce valuable work in a world full of distractions. We live in an age where notifications, social media, emails, messages, and constant interruptions compete for our attention. We may spend an entire day feeling busy, yet at the end of the day, we may wonder what we actually accomplished. Deep Work presents a different approach. Instead of constantly switching between tasks, we learn to concentrate deeply on one important activity without distraction. Deep work means giving your full attention to something that requires serious thinking and produces valuable results. The book argues that this ability is becoming increasingly rare, but also increasingly valuable. In this summary, we'll explore the main lessons of the book and how you can apply them to your own work, studies, creativity, and personal development. Let's begin. 1. Deep work is a valuable skill in today's economy. Simply being busy is not enough. People who can learn difficult things quickly and produce high-quality work have a major advantage. Whether you are a student, designer, writer, programmer, marketer, entrepreneur, or professional, your ability to concentrate can determine how much valuable work you accomplish. Deep work means working with intense concentration on a demanding task without allowing distractions to interrupt you. For example, reading an important book while your phone is beside you is very different from reading with your phone turned off and your full attention on the book. The second activity allows your mind to go deeper. The more often you practice concentration, the stronger your ability becomes. Like physical exercise, focus improves through training. This is why deep work should be treated as a skill rather than something that simply happens. 2. Distraction is more expensive than we think. Many people believe they can multitask effectively. They answer messages while working, check social media while studying, switch between emails and important projects. But every time we move our attention from one task to another, our minds need time to adjust. Even a short interruption can break concentration. Imagine trying to write an important report while someone constantly knocks on your door. You might eventually finish it, but the quality and speed of your thinking will suffer. Digital distractions create the same problem. The solution is not necessarily to abandon technology. Technology can be extremely useful. The important question is whether a particular tool genuinely supports your goals. Instead of automatically checking every notification, decide when you will check messages. Instead of allowing social media to interrupt your work, create specific periods for using it. Control your attention instead of allowing technology to control it. 3. Focus on one important thing. Deep work requires choosing what deserves your attention. Many people begin the day by reacting to whatever appears first. Email, messages, notifications, small requests, news, social media. By the time they reach their most important task, their mental energy has already been consumed. A better approach is to identify the work that matters most. Ask yourself, what is the most valuable thing I can accomplish today? Then protect time for it. If you are studying, study. If you are writing, write. If you are analyzing data, analyze. Avoid constantly switching between unrelated tasks. One focused hour can sometimes produce more valuable results than several hours of distracted work. 4. Train your brain to concentrate. Concentration is not automatic. It needs practice. If you spend every free moment checking your phone, watching short videos, or scrolling through social media, your brain becomes accustomed to constant stimulation. Then sitting quietly with a difficult task can feel uncomfortable. You can reverse this pattern. Start with short periods of focused work. Put your phone away. Close unnecessary browser tabs. Choose one task. Work on it without switching. At first, it may feel difficult. That's normal. Over time, your brain becomes more comfortable with sustained attention. You are essentially training your ability to focus. The goal is not to concentrate for 10 hours without stopping. The goal is to make your periods of concentration increasingly effective. 5. Create a ritual for deep work. One useful way to make deep work easier is to create a consistent routine. Decide when you will work. Decide where you will work. Decide what you will accomplish. And remove distractions before beginning. For example, you might decide that every morning from 9 to 10:30 you will work on your most important project. During that period, your phone stays away. Email remains closed. Only the necessary tools are available. Over time, your brain begins to associate that environment with concentration. A routine reduces the number of decisions you need to make. Instead of asking, "Should I work now?" you already know the answer. The ritual tells your mind that it is time to focus. 6. Embrace boredom. One surprising lesson from deep work is that we need to become comfortable with boredom. Many people cannot tolerate even a few minutes without stimulation. They immediately reach for their phone while waiting in a queue, sitting on public transport, or taking a short break. This constant stimulation can make concentration more difficult. If you train yourself to tolerate boredom, you become more comfortable with periods of quiet thinking. Try occasionally walking without checking your phone. Sit quietly for a few minutes. Think through a problem without immediately searching for an answer. Let your mind become comfortable without constant entertainment. Boredom can create space for reflection and deeper thinking. 7. Learn to work deeply, then rest. Deep work is demanding. You cannot maintain maximum concentration forever. Your brain needs recovery. This is why rest is not the opposite of productivity. It supports productivity. When your focused work is finished, allow yourself to disconnect. Spend time with family. Walk outside. Exercise. Read something enjoyable. Sleep properly. A useful habit is to create a clear ending to your workday. Review what needs to be done tomorrow, then stop working. This separation allows your mind to recover. Constantly thinking about work late into the evening can reduce both your energy and the quality of your next day's work. Deep work and meaningful rest should work together. 8. Reduce shallow work. Not every task requires deep concentration. Some activities are necessary but relatively low value. Answering routine emails. Organizing files. Attending unnecessary meetings. Checking notifications. Small administrative tasks. These are examples of what can be considered shallow work. The problem occurs when shallow work consumes most of our day. A person can spend 8 hours being extremely busy without producing anything important. The solution is to identify which activities genuinely create value. Batch small tasks together. Check email at specific times. Reduce unnecessary meetings. Automate repetitive activities when possible. Protect your best mental energy for work that requires real concentration. 9. Make deep work part of your life. Deep work should not be treated as something you try once when you are motivated. It becomes powerful when it becomes a regular part of your life. You might begin with just 30 minutes a day. Then increase it gradually. The exact amount is less important than consistency. You can create a simple daily structure. Choose your most important task. Set a specific period for focused work. Remove distractions. Work with full attention. Take a break. Repeat when appropriate. At the end of the day, review your progress. This simple system can gradually transform your productivity. You will begin measuring your day by meaningful results rather than by how busy you felt. 10. Protect your attention. The final lesson is perhaps the most important. Your attention is one of your most valuable resources. Every day, companies, applications, websites, and other people compete for it. If you don't decide where your attention goes, someone else will. Protecting your attention means being intentional. You don't have to respond immediately to every message. You don't have to check every notification. You don't have to participate in every online conversation. You don't have to use every available application. Ask yourself, does this deserve my attention? If the answer is no, let it go. When you protect your attention, you create more space for meaningful work, learning, creativity, relationships, and personal growth. Deep work is ultimately about more than productivity. It is about deciding what deserves your best mental energy. Conclusion: as we come to the end of deep work, the central message is clear. In a world full of distractions, the ability to concentrate deeply is becoming increasingly valuable. You don't need to completely disconnect from technology. You don't need to work every hour of the day. You simply need to become more intentional about where you place your attention. Choose important work. Remove unnecessary distractions. Train your ability to concentrate. Create a routine for focused work. Embrace periods of boredom. Reduce shallow activities. And give your mind enough time to rest. Remember, being busy is not the same as being productive. The goal is not to fill every minute with activity. The goal is to use your limited time and attention on things that genuinely matter. Start small. Choose one important task tomorrow. Give it 30 minutes of completely focused attention. Put your phone away. Close unnecessary tabs. Work deeply. Then rest. With practice, those small periods of concentration can become a powerful skill. Thank you for listening and supporting Amarsikasha. If you found this audiobook-style summary useful, please like, share, and subscribe for more summaries of powerful books about personal growth, productivity, and success. We'll return soon with another book and another journey of learning. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, protect your attention, and keep growing.